one day we expect a question on social audit in GS paper second. It is just a matter of time when they will ask. By the way, they have already asked social audit third in prelims and in paper 4. Yes. So we expect it paper 2 one day. Yes. Have you read past year papers? Past year mains paper? No. Yes. Have you got any compilation of papers? Have you compilation? You'll get read paper wise 2013 onwards compilation. Compilation of questions, topic wise the analysis. No. Do you have? Just I am trying to test whether you have received or not. This you will also receive. You need to read question papers. This इसलिए कि वही आपका lifeline है. Questions are lifeline of UPSC. You should read UPSC questions so that you become familiar with questions. How they ask questions, because by questions you'll understand what you have to study, what you don't have to study. Both are important. This and what we are expecting, let's say that this is also important because UPSC will keep asking new things every year, new areas every year. This so they have not asked this. So we expect a question on social audit one day. And then we are going one step ahead again. We are expecting even one day this question. This CAG audit and social audit. Although जब तक क्वेश्चन नहीं आता है पढ़ाने हम लोगों के लिए उसका लेजिटिमेसी नहीं होता है. So unless questions are asked, so unless questions are asked, teaching any such new topic lacks legitimacy and acceptance in you. Yes. Anyhow, but at times we take risk and we teach it. Right? Because we cannot teach only like this. Suppose UPSC is at this level. So you cannot teach exactly at this level. Because next year what UPSC will do? It will add some more aspects. Each year it is adding some more aspects. If teaching is just only based on this will create gap in your preparation. Like let's say कि last year, till let's say कि 1.5 2 years back, debate on NCT Delhi was different. NCT Delhi. Now debate on NCT Delhi is different. Right. Because now what in past 2 judgments of Supreme Court 2019 and 18, 2 judgments, and Supreme Court wanted to make Delhi also a normal state except 3 matters. But government has brought a law, and by law it has taken those, let's say, powers of Delhi government. Court cannot strike it. Because how a territory should be governed, court cannot decide it. So debate 2 years back was different, and 2 times they have asked that question, NCT Delhi. Right. But now debate is different. Even if you have knowledge 2 years back about the Supreme Court judgments, but if you do not have knowledge of the last 2 years developments, it will create a gap. This. And UPSC will ask question from present, even if it is conventional, but it will ask from present perspective. Right. Like say कि governor. The governor debate has also changed. Tamil Nadu and Kerala, you know that. And Supreme Court has given new, let's say that dimension of powers related to governor. Then Supreme Court has given a new judgment related to Article 370, federal polity, that a union can reduce any state to union territory. So debates keep changing. That's why you have to update. Even conventional knowledge related to ordinance, related to creation of a state, changes as per contemporary debates. Right. जैसे we will tell you artificial intelligence. आपने बहुत सारा आर्टिकल पढ़ा होगा, आप न्यूज़पेपर पढ़ते हैं, right? So which newspaper you read? हिंदू. हिंदू में ऐसा कुछ हिंदू वाला है नहीं. So anyhow, the question is that कि हिंदू ने ही कई सारे आर्टिकल लिखा है आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस को रेगुलेशन के लिए. पढ़ा है आपने? बस अभी डिबेट क्या चल रहा है रेगुलेशन में? टू रेगुलेट आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस. इट इज वेरी ऑब्वियस कि क्वेश्चन कैन बी आस्क्ड. बट 2 years बैक यू नो कि देयर वाज डिबेट ऑन ई कॉमर्स रेगुलेशन. रेगुलेशन ऑफ ई कॉमर्स. उसी का एक्सटेंशन क्या है? आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस. टुडे डिबेट इज आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस रेगुलेशन. And so many articles have been written. Not one. Almost at certain interval, one article you get on artificial intelligence. So this is how the debate will find this, and that is how things keep changing. This, how you will know it? You need to read past year papers. That's why it is important, including prelims also, although prelims can be done a bit later also. So we'll try to define it, deal these basic things. So let's take that. See, when we talk social means people. And audit and here this. So basically social audit means people's audit पब्लिक हियरिंग. हिंदी में इसको बोलते हैं जन सुनवाई. This. So that's an audit. It is very simple, let's say that definition. Social audit is nothing but it is an audit which is done by people to evaluate outcome of any government policy or program. This. So how you will know that when we talk about this, it is any government policy and program, and it should be done by, the key elements are, it is done by people. People should do, they evaluate what is outcome. Outcome is more related to, it is qualitative. This, and related to government policy or program. This. Now, it is done by people, let's say, it will be collective. When people do it, it is collective. When it is collective, it is participative. And already we have told it is qualitative. This. So that way, plus other characteristics can be, let's say, drawn out of that. Now let's see, when we started this social audit, when we started, why we started, where we started, these are some basic things that we should know. So first time, let's say, you know about Manrega. Right. So Manrega Act was brought in 2005. Right. Under this act, it is mentioned that Gram Sabha should do social audit It is the first law or first time, let's say, whether you say it law, you say first time government in a scheme which was passed by legislature, parliament, mentioned that social audit should be done by ग्राम सभा. इसके पहले कोई ऐसा पॉलिसी नहीं था, कोई ऐसा स्कीम नहीं था जिसमें गवर्नमेंट ने मेंशन किया हो this. So, and if we become more specific, it is called in the section 17 of Manrega Act. Yes. So it is mentioned, Gram Sabha will do social audit. At least आपको ग्राम सभा तो पता होगा, isn't it? कि क्या होता है ग्राम सभा? No, you know ग्राम सभा? You do not know ग्राम सभा? You do not know. सब लोग शहर के रहने वाले हैं. Yes. पंचायत. Yes. Village level assembly. Yes. ग्राम सभा भी प्रीलिम्स में क्वेश्चन आया है, होता क्या है ग्राम सभा? Isn't it? 2 times. Anyhow, so Gram Sabha is compared with basically parliament. It is called village parliament. Yes. Panchayat. Right. So electorates of panchayat are considered as members of Gram Sabha. Right. Panchayat is the lowest, let's say, executive, let's say that elected institution. So all the electorates of a panchayat who may belong to one or more villages, right, are members of Gram Sabha. This. So when we'll deal you Panchayati Raj, there will tell you. So you can connect. That time again it will come, right? Here we are talking example कि when we started first. Now what Gram Sabha does of Manrega? तो पता ही है मनरेगा में क्या होता है, right? So in Manrega we give 100 days employment, right? 100 days employment given. Now those people who are given employment, so they will do any work, this. Now what audit will do, what people will audit, the people will try to audit means scrutinize. This is how say it is, auditor here means scrutinize. This, the people will scrutinize quality of work, plus those who got employment, impact on their life, Like suppose that 100 people in a village, they got employment for 50 days under Manrega. So how their life has changed qualitatively, like whether their migration has reduced, whether they have started sending their children to schools, where their lifestyle has changed. This, so this is called qualitative aspect, the impact. They will try to evaluate the impact on the life of people as well as quality of work. This. Now, while evaluating, let's say they may come to know also about flaws, corruption, weaknesses, isn't it? That we promise for 100 days of work, but we gave only 30 days of work. This. Then the quality of work was poor. ऐसे ही तो इवैल्यूएट करेंगे वो कि whether they have done work. Many a time होता क्या है कि गए नहीं और वर्क रिपोर्ट हो गया, isn't it? आपको पता ही होगा थोड़ा बहुत ये सब चीजें. जब स्कूल में टीचर नहीं जाता है और अटेंडेंस लगा देता है, राइट, तो ये वर्क के लिए कौन देखेगा? Basically, let's say they will try to find out some flaws also. Flaws related that if you have told that 100 people are working today, they will go and see on the site whether 100 people are present. Then you may find that only 40 people are present, 60 people are present, not 100 people are present. Then you may also find that those 60 people who are present, they are not the same people who are getting the job, rather they have sent some other people on their behalf. Problems in Manrega? Do you know this? Problem happened that suppose I have got the job in Manrega, right? I am getting 150 rupees per day, 200 rupees per day as per the wage paid by the state. I am not going to work, rather I will send another person on my behalf and I will pay him 50 rupees, 60 rupees. This. I am getting, let's say that 200 and I am paying a person who is working 50 rupees and 60 rupees. I am saving 140 without any work. This is corruption. This. Plus, let's say that you may claim other things also. So basically what it will do, social audit will also find out flaws like corruption, malpractices that we say, irregularities that we say. At the same time, it will try to highlight whether there is quality of change in the life of the people or not. Yes. So this way social audit will be done. Now by this you can ask why people should do social audit. It is a way of participation. People belong to that place. So when they belong to that place and when the work is happening at that level, so it will have effects on their life. this, it will have effects on their life. If quality of work is done, their life will improve. If quality of work is not done, their life will not improve. Then people can understand there itself that how better work is being executed. This. Now let's say that CAG cannot do audit. You know this? How many villages we have? How many panchayats we have? We have 2.5 lakh panchayats. 2.5 lakh panchayats we have, right? इसका मतलब है कि 2.5 lakh social audit, अगर सारा पंचायत, all panchayat in 1 year they do one social audit, there will be 2.5 lakh social audit. Can CAG do this? वो thousands भी नहीं पहुंचेगा. This is called people's power. This is called people's power. This. वो एक साल में एक बार करते हैं तो 2.5 होगा. अगर वो एक साल में 2 बार करते हैं, 2 times 5 lakhs, 3 times, you can imagine this. So CAG can never equal itself. That is called people's power. That is called nowadays governance. This people's governance or good governance. Social audit is a tool of good governance. This, that is how social audit has its benefits. Right? Are you able to understand? थोड़ा थोड़ा आ रहा है समझ में? This, are you understanding this social audit? Anyhow, so that was मनरेगा, but certainly let's say कि first time मनरेगा में तो idea आया नहीं होगा. Social audit का idea, let's say, so we say it generally evolution. So we'll not take you quite past. We can take you just to basically 1989. If you talk India, let's say, Jamshedpur. Tata, Tisco. Tisco did social audit. Jamshedpur, where Tisco plant established, there was social audit practice, first by a corporate company. Then, let's say, come 1994. In 1994, MKSS, Mazdoor Kisan Shakti Sangat. Yes, it is a civil society organization. जिससे we can read. We say civil society organization. Very important civil society organization, MKSS, led by Aruna Roy. This. So, know that Aruna Roy was IAS and she quit IAS and she found MKSS, Mazdoor Kisan Shakti Sangat. This MKSS started practice of Jan Sunwai. Jan Sunwai in 1994 in Rajasthan, which we say as public hearing. Jan Sunwai means public hearing. Yes. And this Jan Sunwai public hearing, this we started, and which, let's say that if you go in details of this, so you know that it is called Koth Kirna village. This name of the village in Rajasthan. Socho, almost it is called 30 years. Okay. 30 years back, it's just started. What they did, they got government documents at local level, and those documents related to policy and programs, they scrutinize in open public. People were invited at one place, and at that place when people were invited, panchayat members were invited, then other representatives were also invited, local, let's say officials were also invited, and publicly means openly they read the implementation of any such policy program, and if there were any flaws, so they highlighted those flaws. This, and that resulted into 15,000 rupee was returned. One junior engineer who took bribe of 15,000, out of public humiliation, he returned that 15,000 in that Jan Sunwai. This. So this Jan Sunwai or public hearing is a crusade against corruption by civil society organization. This is at early stage of social audit practice, even if we did not have social audit. This. And then MKSS has its participation in Rajasthan. In Rajasthan, it gave rise to called People's Audit. Yes. That is how it happens. Then finally, you know that 2005. Almost a gap of, you know that, over 10 years, you know that. Then government finally adopted in Manrega. Legal recognition. The government gave legal recognition. This. इसका मतलब ये है कि it's not that it is only practiced in India. Yes, but ये GS है, GS में हमें बाहर के बारे में नहीं बताना है ज़्यादा. Comparative knowledge we don't have to give. So, but ऐसा नहीं कि ये इंडिया में ही प्रैक्टिस हो रहा है. पॉपुलर हो रहा होगा तभी तो India, we started Manrega, it gave legal recognition. This, as we have explained you Manrega, this. And this is how government started promoting this Manrega. Then states also started taking initiative. This. States, they started taking initiatives themselves. This. And in this, the most successful state is Andhra Pradesh. Yes. The most successful state is Andhra Pradesh in social audit practice. This, among all states. Why? It has AAT. It created Society for Social Audit, Accountability and Transparency. This. Society for Social Audit, Accountability and Transparency. This. It is an institution. It has created an institution to promote social audit. Means now you have a dedicated institution to promote social audit. Another major development. This. And then finally you know that this Meghalaya. No, Meghalaya in 2017 has adopted Social Audit Act. लंबा नाम है, you know this. So this is what we'll find this. This is the name. Meghalaya Society for Social Audit and Transparency. This Transparency Act, you can say this, 2017. They have not written completely, but this is our Meghalaya Society for Social Audit and Transparency Act. It adopted in 2017. This another major development. This now let's say we started with legal recognition under one scheme. Now social audit itself has got a law. This it itself has got a law. This it means that other states will also follow it. Gradually, you will find, right? Gradually, states will start adopting a law related to social audit. This then matter does not end here, right? Already, let's say that in 2011, then again in 2000, this 15, 16, CAG has prepared a guideline for social audit. This and then now is as of now we'll find this. So this. So अब क्या है कि social audit practice has increased to not only मनरेगा. Let's say कि now government is bringing other schemes also under social audit. Like say midday meal scheme, Swachh Bharat Mission, National Social Assistance Program, etc. Let's say you can see this. And even social audit is also being done by non-profit institution called this Tata Institute of Social Science. This it does social audit and it does social audit of Bihar shelter home. You know that Bihar shelter homes, and they had some, let's say, heinous crimes committed. They had practices which resulted into CBI inquiry. This तो ये सब आपको थोड़ा ठीक है बाद में समझ में आएगा, इसलिए कि एथिक्स में भी आएगा, केस स्टडी में भी आएगा. तो इट हैज लॉट्स ऑफ कनेक्शन दिस. सो वी आर ट्राइंग टू एक्सपेंड द स्कोप ऑफ सोशल ऑडिट. अब ये इतना सारा जो डेवलपमेंट हो रहा है, तो आपको लगता है कि यूपीएससी विल इग्नोर? UPSC will not ignore it. And already CAG has also joined in improving social audit. So there is a link between CAG audit and social audit. So can UPSC ignore it? No, not at all. Yes. So that is what we have to understand. And this is what we have to write. This is what in brief evolution of social audit. इसी से अंदाजा लगा सकते हो. You can guess that कि how people participation may have increased through social audit. This, according to a report, 2021 means will just according to a report, let's say total 18 lakh social audits have been done. This in India. So far, total 18 lakh social audits have been done by Gram Sabha. Yes, since 2005. जब से मनरेगा आया, बेसिकली 2006 से इम्प्लीमेंटेशन में है. 18 lakh, let's say, social audit have been done. It's huge. Right. And of that, 37% panchayats are doing social audit. You can take it positive also, you can take it negative also. नेगेटिव की कम से कम पॉजिटिव की कम से कम 37% तो सोशल ऑडिट कर रहे हैं. नेगेटिव दैट कि व्हाई ओनली 37% पंचायत्स, right? Why not more than 50% panchayats? Right? Are you able to understand what we are saying? This is how a big practice. So then when social audit has come as a practice, so you have to know its definition, you have to know its process, how it is carried out. Then you have to know its some characteristics, what are the characteristics. Then you have to know its application called practices, some good examples of practices. Then benefits, what are the benefits of this. Then weaknesses we have written. That is what we have to teach you or tell you. And then we have to talk about significance and how we can improve it. That is what we have to talk. So let's write on this. Social audit has become another important tool for promoting good governance and people's participation. Gradually its practice has increased. And today many programs are under the purview of social audit. Social audit. It is defined, same paragraph. It is defined as a process. Of evaluation of government policies and programs policies and programs, to understand the outcome of, policies and programs, and promote transparency and accountability, and decentralized governance. Decentralized governance. Decentralized governance. In simple term, it is also defined. In simple term, it is also defined as RTI plus people's action. RTI plus people's action. People's action. It aims at, change in paragraph, it aims at both financial and non-financial, outcome of government policies and programs. Hence it is a way of measuring, understanding, reporting, and improving government's social and ethical performance. Let's see. Characteristics. We say it as polyvocal, right? Means collective. It is collective act. RTI is individual. Social audit is collective. It represents collective voice. Polyvocal is collective voice or multi-stakeholder. So this is how it's one important feature. Cyclical is a continuous process. This you can say this. It is continuous process, you can say this. Participative, you understand. Regularity is that it is done at certain, right? Means regular intervals social audit is done. Outcome driven already we have told. Rest, let's see, this is our file. Characteristics. This. Then we can talk about processes. Processes. Since social audit is considered a practice led by people, its processes are also determined by people themselves, that how they want to carry out social audit. It involves 5 such steps. Steps like first, defining goals and objectives. Next, identifying performance indicators. Next, collecting data, both quantitative and qualitative. Next, evaluating performance. Next, publishing results. Change paragraph. Since it is participative and collective. Its processes are transparent and its results are accessible to people. People like they can be published at panchayat houses. This let's say application. See, since evolution we have already mentioned, so we'll skip it. We don't need to tell it again. This how it has evolved. Let's read. It has become over 3 decades. Of practices of social audit in India. In which 2 factors have played key role. First, MKSS MKSS initiative in 1994 in Rajasthan, which has made social audit popular. Social audit popular. Which has made social audit popular. Popular through Jan Sunwai. Through Jan Sunwai. हमारा पैसा हमारा हिसाब. Basically, it is taxpayers' money. Taxpayers' money means evaluation by taxpayers. Right? This. So this that's the second point. In 2005, under Manrega Act, for the first time, social audit was given a legal recognition. Social audit was given a legal recognition. Legal recognition. And it has become single most important step by the government to promote social audit practices. To promote social audit practices. Social audit practices. That following steps have been taken. Following steps have been taken. First, CAG in 2011 prepared a guideline for social audit. Prepare a guideline for social audit. Next, social audit units should be established. Social audit units. Social audit units should be established at panchayat level. Panchayat level. Next, Gram Sabha. Gram Sabha has been given power. Gram Sabha has been given power to carry out social audit. Carry out social audit. Change paragraph. According to a recent report, by National Institute of Rural Development, and Panchayati Raj, Yes. In bracket you can write 2018. Total 18 lakh social audits have been done. Total 18 lakh social audits have been done. By panchayats, in bracket 37%. 37%. Next, some best performing states are. Some best performing states are. First, Andhra Pradesh. Andhra Pradesh. It is considered the most successful state. It is considered the most successful state, as it also established social audit institution known as Society for Social Audit, Audit, Accountability and Transparency. Next, Meghalaya is the recent state which has even adopted a separate legislation for social audit. Next, social audit is also being practiced by non-profit institutions. Social audit is also being practiced by non-profit institutions. Like TIS, which exposed heinous crimes committed by Bihar shelter homes. Yes. These are some positive side. Then benefits of social audit. Benefits of social audit. First, it promotes bottom-up approach in governance. It promotes bottom-up approach in governance. Next, it increases public awareness. About government programs and schemes. Next, it helps in exercising checks on misuse of discretions by local level officials. It exposes corruption and malpractices. Next, it strengthens Gram Sabha. As watchdog of grassroots democracy. It strengthens Gram Sabha as watchdog of grassroots democracy. Grassroots democracy. It gives opportunity. It gives opportunity to civil society organizations, self-help groups, and CAG to participate in the process of enforcement of transparency and accountability. Transparency and accountability in government. Next. It promotes maximum governance under philosophy of minimum government and maximum governance. Change paragraph. Minimum government and maximum governance. This is how benefits read. So some of you may not be habitual of writing, isn't it? But yes, problem of that. But gradually will become. We dictate each and everything in a finer way. This is how. So that tomorrow you can count, just only read notes. That this, and it is up to you, but you should write it. Otherwise, you'll have to make notes yourself, which is very challenging. If you have notes for each and every, let's say, subject, 50% preparation is done. If you do not have notes, you will keep struggling throughout preparation. Because you cannot bring all these facts. एक रिसर्च पेपर है, उसमें से सिर्फ हम लोगों ने 2 फैक्ट लिया है. एक रिसर्च पेपर से 2 फैक्ट. Yes, 18 lakh and 37%. आप पढ़ोगे नहीं ये सब. और न्यूज़पेपर में ये सब आता नहीं. These are fundamental facts. We believe more in fundamental facts, not in current facts. बहुत सारे ऐसी चीजें हैं जो न्यूज़पेपर में नहीं आता है. This आएगा भी तो बहुत ही कम आता है. जैसे अभी day before yesterday, I guess. Day before yesterday पंचायत के बारे में एक आर्टिकल आया होगा. RBI report, right? So this is how it has given report related, finance related, that news article. So this, so that is how, let's say, at times they give such kind of reports. Otherwise, generally they will not write. Hence, it is very difficult for a candidate to gather fundamental facts, we say. These facts will not change unless there is another report. It will continue for some time. And quality of answer depends on quality of facts. Otherwise, answer will be merely a statement, no, fiction. This is how it will be, just fiction, nothing else. Right, that you will write the social audit is this and that, this has practice, it has brought transformation. No, this is how it is. Anyhow, this is how gradually, let's write weaknesses. Weaknesses. First, according to National Institute of Rural Development, according to National Institute of Rural Development and Panchayati Raj report 2018, only 37% panchayats do social audit. Social audit, even after 1.5 decades of social audit. Social audit. Next, according to the same report, or by the same report, only in 14%, only in 14% actions have been taken. Actions have been taken. Yes. Next, according to another report, in which 100 social audits were scrutinized in Andhra Pradesh. 100 social audits were scrutinized in Andhra Pradesh as part of case study. Only in 3% cases actions were taken. Only in 3% cases actions were taken. Actions were taken. Next, its success depends on effective functioning of Panchayati Raj institutions. Effective functioning of Panchayati Raj institutions. In bracket, but they struggle in terms of function, in terms of 3 F's: function, functionary, and finance. Function, functionaries, and finance. Next, poor public awareness and participation. Poor public awareness and participation. Especially in northern states. Northern states. Next, lack of guaranteed action. Lack of guaranteed action on social audit findings. Social audit findings. Findings in bracket actionable accountability. Actionable accountability. Basically, let's say exposures happen. Actionable accountability means, let's say exposures happen, but exposure is one thing, action is another thing. Many a time you know that exposure has happened, but there is no investigation. So when there is exposure of any malpractice and there is no any investigation, and then those who are responsible, they are not punished, then it will discourage people. Then people will not go for, let's say, social audit. This. So this we can consider. Next is conflicts of interest, means conflict of interest. Conflict of interest or lack of independent social audit. independent social audit. Like Gram Sabha is responsible for implementation of Manrega, and at the same time it also audits implementation. Next, limited scope of social audit. Next point is last, limited scope of social audit, that its application is still limited to few schemes and programs. Rather than all social sector schemes and programs. This, see, basically, let's see what should happen is, like, by this you can understand. See, what we have is, at national level we have Ministry of Rural Development. It comes under Ministry of Rural Development. This, but Ministry of Rural Development does not have jurisdiction over all schemes and programs. Right? Like say ki midday meal, the midday meal will come under midday meal. So it is related to school, education, Ministry of Education. Then Swachh Bharat Mission, health. Right. So that will find that different schemes will come under different ministry. So let's say that it is responsible for social audit under this, they are responsible. So we do not have a dedicated institution like this at national level. We do not have states, let's say Andhra Pradesh has a dedicated institution, but at national level you do not have a dedicated institution. Then at national level you do not have, let's say, a guideline, let's say a blueprint you can consider. Guideline has been determined only for Manrega. This guideline has been determined for, it is for only Manrega. This, it is for Manrega. It means that there are no guidelines for Swachh Bharat Mission, midday meal scheme, or any other such scheme that you want to bring under social audit. How you will do social audit, for what you will do social audit, who will do social audit. These things are not clear. This means, let's say, these things are way forward. We have to make social audit effective. How we can make effective? So let's say we should have a national level policy on social audit. जिस तरह से आपका पॉलिसी होता है ना हर चीज के लिए, right? Policy on education, policy on health, policy on motor vehicle, policy on this and that. Similarly, there should be also a policy on social audit. So what that policy will do? That policy will first की define करेगा social audit क्या है. This, then you will get a definition also by government कि social audit क्या है. Then it will define the process. It will define the institutions. It will define some indicators. It will define some objectives. It will define stakeholders. This, it will define feedback system. So in that way, what will happen that states will try to prepare annually a document known as annual report on social audit. Each state will have an annual report on social audit. That annual report can be presented to state legislature. Once it will be presented to state legislature, that will promote democratic discourse, debate and discussion, public awareness, and that document can also be prepared at national level. This by a national level institution like this, and then CAG can also take help of those documents when it does its own audit. Right. Suppose CAG is doing audit of midday meal, or midday meal से related social audit, you have social audit documents. So before CAG audits midday meal, it can read that document, isn't it? Its auditing standard will also improve. We will become more outcome oriented. We will become more, let's say that, performance oriented. Government is also promoting performance culture. This one day here and there will tell you that how government is promoting. नीति आयोग का नाम सुना होगा आपने, तो जिस दिन नीति आयोग will teach you, will tell you also this, how नीति आयोग has national development agenda. National development agenda under which नीति आयोग is promoting outcome oriented approach. आप मोदी जी को फॉलो करो, अभी तो ऐसे दूसरे तरीके से आप फॉलो करते होगे, मोदी जी का स्पीच फॉलो करो, तो उससे आपको बहुत सारे चीज मिलेगा कि वो कहना क्या चाहते हैं. Basically government, he talks what government wants to do. So Modi ji always speaks like outcome oriented, innovation, performance. This is how he will tell. So we want to become innovative, outcome driven, performance oriented, and social audit is one such small contribution in that outcome orientation. So we need to have a national level policy related to that. We need to have a dedicated institution. We need to include all social sector schemes and programs. अभी तो ये बहुत ही कम है ये सारे, बहुत सारे schemes and programs you have. We have, if you, one day it will also come, we have still 231 centrally sponsored schemes. Right. One day you will be taught universal basic income debate. This. So we have still 231 schemes and programs. Right. If we forget all of them, so we can say still we have suppose 30, 40, 50 schemes and programs. So all those schemes and programs should come under social audit. Why only few schemes and programs? This we can consider social audit. This we have to do. Then let's say that there is a culture of promoting the role of non-profit sector, right? Trust, civil society organizations, other institutions, they are doing their role. So they should also do social audit. जैसे बहुत सारे shelter homes है, government run shelter homes, government run rehabilitation centers. You know that governments are running different types of shelter homes, rehabilitation center, like Punjab government is running, Bihar government, every government is running. All those shelter homes should also be social audited. How better they are running. This, that is like TIS has done it. This, that kind of practice. This we have to do. Plus, we need to strengthen social audit process. What process? This. The guideline which has been prepared by CAG, we need to strengthen. Like saying social audit units you should constitute, and more audits should be done, not only 37% panchayats, but we should have 50% or more panchayats, they should do social audit. We can incentivize, we can recognize, reward the best social audit practice by any panchayat. The way it is done under Aspirational District Initiative. You may have heard name of Aspirational District Initiative by Niti Aayog. And in that Aspirational District Initiative, best district is rewarded. In each state, best district is first rewarded. Then at national level, best district is rewarded. These are some way forwards that we have to write. So let's write on this. Right. Way forward to strengthen social audit. Way forward to strengthen social audit. Social audit. First, there should be a national level policy. There should be a national level policy or guideline on social audit. Social audit for promoting uniformity and standardized practices. Uniformity and standardized practices throughout the country. Throughout the country. Next, a dedicated institution for social audit. A dedicated institution for social audit at national level. National level on the pattern of this double S, double AT or TIS or TIS. Next, all schemes and programs in social sector. All schemes and programs in social sector should be brought under social audit. Should be brought under social audit. Next is strengthening social audit process. Strengthening social audit process. Process in terms of adequate number of functionaries, financial literacy and awareness. Next, preparation of annual report by each state on social audit. Which can be presented to legislatures. Next, more effective role played by CAG. More effective role played by CAG in improving social audit practices. Next, application of information and communication technology. To strengthen digitalization of social audit processes. With interactive dedicated portals. Next, actionable accountability. That is linking with local Lokpal. So that so that there is action after exposure of corruption. There is action after exposure of corruption. Next, relevance. Relevance of social audit. In the era of decentralized governance and collaborative governance, people participation has become an essential condition. There is increase in trend of promoting citizen-centric governance. It is also known as proactive governance. Proactive governance. It is also being debated that people should play active role as a stakeholder. In development process. Therefore, social audit is a practice which devolves power to people. Where it belongs. In bracket, principle of subsidiarity. It is in this context, social audit is considered a significant development which does not only promote transparency and accountability, but has also changed nature of accountability from being top down to bottom up, also known as social accountability. That is what we say. See, the question can be both types. It can be applied linking to Manrega and social audit. That way also they can ask. That way also you can answer. It can be linked to social audit and accountability and transparency. Since in governance topic we have transparency and accountability. This So when they will link transparency and accountability and social audit, this should be the language that we have written this. It is a bit conceptual language which you will understand when we will teach you accountability. How accountability is traditionally top down. It is more legal, it is more quantitative. CAG does social audit and audit social audit, sorry. Audit by CAG is more legal, this you can say that. Legal, technical, and it is top down means it goes towards parliament. The CAG will audit, it will go towards parliament. Social audit goes towards people. This is how the change. So, अब ये सारा क्या है, ये term जो है principle of subsidiarity, decentralized. So you should know that कि जो traditional polity, this is how I started saying. Traditional polity was that कि power would be with 3 organs of the state. It was presumed that कि 3 organs of the state, they would be able to govern and fulfill the aspirations of people. But then after 3-4 decades or 2-3 decades, it was realized that कि no, the power should go to people. That's why you have 73rd, 74th Amendment Acts. This why we need Panchayati Raj, a 3-tier structure. In Constitution, that 3-tier structure was not envisaged. The framers of the Constitution, they thought that union and state, they will take care of people. Only 2-tier you had. Gradually you realize that no, there should be a 3rd tier also, which should be close to people. So when you create 73rd, 74th Amendment Act, so basically you are shifting power of union and states to people. Now, आपने वो power तो shift कर दिया. At the same time, these are the new developments which are going to them. That is how we say power where it belongs. Basically, power belongs to people. तो जब RTI आता है, social audit आता है, citizen charter आता है, इन सबका मतलब एक ही है कि power belongs to people. And by these different tools, we are giving power to people. This is called principle of subsidiarity, which ARC second gave. This concept is given by ARC second. You can use as a term in your answers. It has quite noted impact. Principle of subsidiarity when we use like this. So that we can consider social accountability. One day we expect a question also on social accountability, which will teach you later on when we'll take your accountability, right? Because social accountability is nothing but social means people. Now accountability has become people oriented. Yes. So that is how social accountability. So it has not only, let's say, change this case. It is not only promoting transparency and accountability, rather it is also bringing change in the nature of accountability. Traditionally it was formal, legal by CAG, now it is becoming more people oriented. That's why it is important. And that is how we can conclude by this social audit like this. Then a small thing is left related to CAG and social audit. So hope that you are able to understand what we are saying. Is it? More understanding will come. Again, we will tell that when we will be taught RTI, citizen charter, governance. So better understanding will come. So you know that CAG, since it has been mentioned in Constitution, isn't it? It has been mentioned in Constitution, its powers, etc. have been defined. This. So that way, let's say that is how it will be different. So, and it is more legalistic, let's say. It is more output oriented. CAG is more concerned about output, but it is more concerned about outcome. This. So, outcome. Now, we'll say what is difference between output and outcome. Right. So, CAG will be more concerned that if government is saying it has sanctioned, let's say that 1000 crore it has sanctioned, and in that 1000 crore it is expected to give, let's say, 1000 people job. 1000 people will get job. This. The CAG would audit that whether in 1000 crore 1000 people got job or not. This is called output. So we can say whether 1000 people got or whether 900 people got. This. It means you are giving job to 900 people or 1000 people. It is output, which is quantitative. This output, and it is now. Social audit will try to know when 900 people got job, how their life, right, underwent change. What changes they experience in their life? That is called outcome. It is more qualitative. Yes. Now, then it is legally, constitutionally defined. It is statutory nature. Statutory you can say, or legal you can say. This. People orient. This. Third, it is formal. It is informal because things are defined. Next we say as top down. We say as bottom up. This. It is technical. Non-technical. So these are some differences we can consider when we talk. Technical means CAG audit demands expertise, legal expertise, financial expertise, accounting expertise. Without expertise, you cannot do audit. But it does not demand. A layman can simply audit and scrutinize. This you can consider. So that is how we can consider about right. Differences. Right. So even if they have differences, but still they influence each other. Can we say? Right. CAG and social audit. How they influence each other? The CAG has set guidelines for social audit. And now social audit can influence CAG audit. It can learn from social audit findings. That way both will influence each other. Plus, when we'll teach CAG, so you should know that CAG also does performance audit nowadays. This CAG audit, CAG has different types of audit. The CAG also does performance audit. What is performance audit? जब whenever CAG does audit of programs and schemes, those audit is considered performance audit. This. So, performance cannot be completely segregated in qualitative, quantitative term. This you can say. So, even quantitative may become qualitative, or qualitative can become quantitative. So, performance audit may not necessarily be, let's say, that be considered qualitative. Hence, there is more and more convergence, right, between CAG and social audit. How will understand? See, as we told that, government is trying to move towards performance orientation and outcome driven. It wants that its all machineries, including CAG, should also become outcome oriented. CAG should focus more on outcome orientation rather than legal orientation. This. The CAG need to change its outlook. It should become more outcome and performance oriented. Bureaucracy should become more outcome and performance oriented. तो CAG भी तो उसी का part है. This. Even Prime Minister has gone, let's say, one step ahead. He has told that it should become, there should be CAG +1. आप गूगल करना CAG +1 तो आपको एक आर्टिकल आएगा. तो प्राइम मिनिस्टर ने, when Prime Minister was addressing 2019 batch, when you qualify, you go for training, so Prime Minister talked to you. वो आपको समझाते हैं थोड़ा थोड़ा, right? So he talks to you, right? So when he talks, means when he talked 2019, he used the term CAG +1. That civil servants should become CAG +1. CAG +1 is outcome driven. उन्होंने तो यहाँ तक भी बोल दिया कि क्या CAG लिखता है टेंशन मत करो, लिखने दो जो CAG को जो लिखना है. You become outcome oriented. हालांकि ये ठीक नहीं था. मतलब it is demeaning CAG. Right. But positive side is that you take risk. Don't worry about CAG remarks. This. ये सारे larger debates है. One day you'll understand. Already in case study they have asked bona fide error and mala fide errors. So one day you'll understand what exactly we are trying to say these things. So basically, let's say you will say that there is more and more convergence. Convergence means interaction between social audit and CAG audit. So they can play at best complement role even if they have differences. That is how this much we have to tell about the relationship. This. So let's write on this. Right. Even if they have differences, but still they complement each other. In fact, CAG has adopted hand-holding approach. CAG has adopted hand-holding approach to promote social audit. That is, CAG is moving close to social audit. CAG is moving close to social audit due to following factors. First, its performance audit of programs and schemes. its performance audit of programs and schemes. Programs and schemes. Next, it is expected to become more. It is expected to become more outcome oriented rather than fault finding oriented. Next, it gives training to social audit institutions, in bracket, identified functionaries for social audit at a state level. Identified functionaries for social audit at a state level. At a state level. Change back. Social audit is influencing CAG audit. Social audit is influencing CAG audit in following manner. First, in 2015, CAG asked its state level auditors to be present in social audits. Next, the social audit's findings can be taken into consideration by CAG while doing audit of programs and schemes. Therefore, there is increasing convergence between CAG audit and social audit. And the future of audit is going to be integration between CAG audit and social audit. Hence, CAG role is going to play very important. CAG is going to play a very important role. In promotion of social audit. That's all. So let's finally finish governance, social audit, all these things. Let's see whether they ask, even if they do not ask, but it has application in your ethics paper, case studies, social audit. Because social audit becomes one such instrument to solve social problems. Since case studies have been asked related to shelter homes, rehabilitation centers like this, That is how we can say. Or already they have asked a question, okay, how RTI did not only empower people, but it has brought change in the concept of accountability. One question they have asked in 2017. So that way, let's say, it enhances your understanding related to accountability, social accountability, people participation. It is not necessary that a direct question is asked on that. This social audit is also a practice which gives rise to one term called social capital. This, which we have not mentioned here. Social capital we'll mention when we'll take self-help groups, when we'll take civil society organizations. So it promotes social capital, and last year in ethics paper they have asked, discuss how social capital promotes good governance. Simple question. The social capital as a term also they have used. In prelims also they have asked social capital. And now they have asked in this paper. So it's all about understanding you can consider. Connectivity between different topics you can consider rather than just taking a standalone topic. This, so that way we can understand. So when you understand social capital, you understand social audit better also. Because let's say when you have social audit, the social audit is not being done by only Manrega. That results into participation of civil society organization, self-help groups, other such groups will also be formed. The more and more emergence of formation of groups, their interrelationships, that give rise to social capital. Yes. Western countries will have more social capital, better social capital than developing countries. And in our country, southern states have better social capital than northern states.